Hey guys, I am Ian K, and once again I'm back with part 3 of my artifact management video series. And in this part, I will be going over the boots. So I first went over the gloves and the chest, which are pretty similar in terms of how they are classified. But now with boots, it will be slightly different. So once again, this is the general guideline. The guideline will mainly be the same. So it's the same classifying a piece, evaluating the substats, then deciding whether to keep a cell, and then you roll the gear, and then once again you decide whether to keep a cell. Then you compare what gear you have with similar pieces you already have, and then you decide whether to keep or sell. So now we'll be going into classifying a piece. So now boots are slightly different from the chest and the gloves. So we have speed boots in its own category. So all the speed boot combinations, all the speed boots main stats in one category, but then they have subcategory which are subdivided between a damage dealer speed boots or a support speed boots. Then next we have the main stats boots. So the main stat boots are like the attack percentage, HP percentage, defense percentage. So for those boots, we have either the damage dealer piece or those pieces are subdivided into either a damage dealer piece or a tank piece. So for boots, we don't have any specialty pieces because for the other pieces, the main thing we want in specialty piece are the speed, the quad roll speeds. But then for boots, if you want a quad, you might as well just use a speed boots directly, so you don't have any quad. And any quad of any other stats, like a HP defense, you might as well use the main stats. The only quad possibility is like accuracy or resistance, but for those substats, you want speed over those subsets. So that's why there are no specialty pieces. But there are something called broken pieces. As you know, broken pieces are pieces where you equip a champion without caring whether it's part of a set or not. So those are kind of basic, quote unquote, specialty pieces for boots, broken pieces. And I will go over in detail later, but what it means is basically like a speed boots with, let's say, quad accuracy in a random set, like a day set. So you'll equip that boots on a champion without caring what set it is. So that is what I mean by like a broken piece. All right, so moving on. Now we have the substat combinations. So for speed boots, damage dealer piece, the substat priority would be number one, crit rate, two, crit damage, and number three, the main stat percentage, either attack, defense, or HP. So, and then a second priority substat is accuracy, because not all damage dealer need accuracy, and most of them don't, but some do. So that's a substat right there. Next, we have the support substats. So for the support substats, we have a speed boot with the first priority is accuracy. So any speed boot with accuracy is good. If it rolls a double accuracy, that is already a very good speed boot. And anything more, that's an amazing piece. Then the second and third priority will be resistance, and then either the HP or defense percentage for like a tanky stats because some supports don't need accuracy. For example, like Apothecary, like Gorgorep, the reviving healing type of support, they don't usually need accuracy. So for those, I get either the tanky stats like HP and defense. All right, then finally, next we move on to the main stat boots. So for the main stat boots are attack percentage, HP percentage, and defense percentage. So the first type of main stat boot, it will be for damage dealer. So in damage dealing boots, the first and very high priority subset is speed. So since we're not getting any speed from our boots, it's very important that we need speed on the as a subset for the boots itself. So there are very few champions who are capable of um, using boots without speed. And if you're using like a main stat boots, all your other equip needs to have a pretty like at least double roll speed stats. So having the speed stats on the boot is very important. But obviously, not all champions need speed. So, for example, if you have a pure nuker like Hegemon, for example, a nuke Hegemon, he doesn't need speed. So without speed, it can be usable, but it's very, very niche. All right. So the second priority as a damage dealer substats is crit rate, accuracy, crit rate, crit damage, and then accuracy. And once again, not all damage dealers need accuracy, but some do. So next, we have the tanky boots. So the tank boots, I guess I should remove here because attack percentage will never be for a tank champion. So scratch attack percentage. Okay, okay, back to where I was. So for main stat tank boots, we only have the HP percentage or defense percentage. So these are for champions whose main purpose is to survive or tank damage in order to do something. So some example of champions that use tanky boots are like a shield set champion, where you need like them to have as high HP as possible. So that's why you equip HP percentage boots. And some tanky champions that you want to make sure they survive when their speed doesn't matter, like Duchess, who is a nuisance in Arena. So those champions need uh, tanky boots. So tanks, the same, pretty much similar to all non-speed boots, is that the very first priority is speed. We always want speed because we are not getting speed from speed boots, so speed is a very high priority to get somewhere else, and having a speed subset is very important. It's very, it's not, it will be difficult if to equip any boots that doesn't have a speed substance. So after the first priority of speed, then we have like the resistance, accuracy, or like the tanky stats, whatever opposite of the main stat, HP or defense. So these are like the tanky stats, right? So next we decide whether to keep or sell based on the substats that we have in the boot. So similarly, it's the same criteria as the previous other artifact management guide. Is the rare piece, we want at least one of the first or second priority substats. If it doesn't have at least one, we sell. For epic and legendary, we want to have at least one substat. If it doesn't have any, then we sell. Then once you determine whether you want to keep a piece or not based on their substats, you roll the gear to at least +8, so you have a better idea of how the piece is. Then once you roll it, then you can make another decision whether to keep or sell. So if it has all the subset combinations, it doesn't matter what it rolls, you just keep it regardless. So if it doesn't have priority subsets, then if it misses, if it rolls on that non-priority subsets, then it is a sell. So if you are short on gear and you really want to, you're short on gear space and you really want to make room, I advise rolling your epic and legendary pieces to +12. So if 2 out of the 3 rolls miss, then it will be a sell. Then finally, once you finish rolling the pieces, if you decide to keep the piece, then if you are short on inventory space or you only have a few gear pieces, you can perform the additional step of comparing pieces. So you'll compare your piece with other similar pieces. So my advice is to keep at most 2 to 3 of the same type of pieces. This is specifically for boots. It is, if you notice, if you watch my previous 2 videos, this is different from uh, the gloves and the chest. So this one has a little bit of special criteria. So my suggestion is to keep at most 2 or 3 of the same type of boots on average to bad sets. So what I mean by average to bad sets are sets where you don't really care about the set combinations at all. For example, days, life, um, what other bad sets are there? Like the avenging set, the curse set. So those kinds of set where you pretty much never use them as a set. So you're keeping those pieces mainly as um, a specialty piece, I would say, or like just a piece where you would equip as broken sets. So they have to be like exceptionally good in order for you to keep. But keeping 2 or 3 or maybe at least one, just in case for some future content where that set might be useful. For example, the Destroy set. It was a terrible set, but and then suddenly there is a boss in Doom Tower that requires the Destroy set. So then it became useful. So those are that's why I suggest keeping two, three, or at least one on a average to bad set. Then for the good or matching set, you can keep up to five of the same pieces. So by good or matching set, I mean like speed support boots on perception accuracy that are good and matching sets where support will always use. So those you can keep a lot because a lot of your champions are going to need that speed boots. Or a damage dealing set like an attack percentage boots in a savage or cruel set. So that is a piece where your damage dealer will almost always want to um, have. So it's always good to have options for those good sets. And if you don't have many champions geared yet, so for example, you haven't completed Faction Wars, you don't have a lot of 6 stars, then you can keep even up to 5 of a piece in a good or matching set. All right, so the second criteria here, so from 5 to 10. On the bad set, it's still remaining the same of 2 to 3. All right, so if you have uh, more than 5, 2 to 3, 5, or 10, then I suggest comparing your pieces to each other and selling the weakest pieces out there. If you do not have any other piece in that set, I highly suggest keeping at least one of it. So as I mentioned here, even if it's a bad set, keep at least one just in case it becomes useful in the future. And my final tip and advanced tip is, I guess I went in detail about sets, considering sets. So matching sets always have higher priority. So matching the boot classification with the sets, support accuracy boots in perception, speed, is good. Damage dealer pieces in damage dealing sets is much better than broken sets, obviously. Then considering rarity, so 6 star is always better than a 5 star. For boots, 6 star has 45 speed and 5 star has 40 speed. So it's 5 speed just right off the bat, even if it's common. So for champions that need speed, it doesn't matter if you have a legendary 5 star. A 6 star common will always be better for champions that just need straight up speed. Then for main set boots, 5 star to 6 star, it's 6 star have 60%, 5 star has 5%. So it's a 10% difference, which is a 1.5 roll. So that is quite a substantial difference. And not to mention the substat roll. So you will have higher chance to get a higher substat on 6 star compared to 5 star. And then the final thing is, of course, the high roll and low roll. So roll and low roll is not as impactful in speed boots because your speed will not be affected by it. It's mainly affecting for like other pieces that have speed substats, but the high roll and low roll can be affected in the other stats like accuracy, your crit rate, crit damage. So have to consider those as well. All right, so the guide for that is the guide for my part 3 boots. Now I will show some examples on my account. So I've just finished farming dragon from the 2 times speed drop rate. So I'll just take off all my boot pieces and then we can take a look at it. All right. So just the boots. So we have 16 boots right here. So now I'll go over the piece to just kind of talk out my thinking in order to whether to keep or sell the boot. So this is a flat stat. So for boots, all flat stat is pretty much a sell, as I mentioned, because there is no such thing as specialty piece for boots. So all flat stat, so HP, attack, defense, all flat stats are a guaranteed sell. Attack percentage with no priority substat at all, no speed, crit rate, crit damage, so it's a sell. Flat stat sell. 6 star speed. So 6 star speed boots on a speed set is very valuable, especially if you're early game, because this is the best speed boot. If you need someone you need with pure speed, this is what you get. In the early game, it is always even suggested to just farm like the campaign, Nightmare campaign, just so you can get a 6 star speed boot. So if you're a really early game, any 6 star speed boot you should keep. But at my level, I don't keep it because of the substats. So you need to have good substats in order for me to keep. But if you're not there yet, keep as like at least maybe a 10 different 6-star speed boots on your account. Once you have that 10, then you can start being more picky on selling which those that don't have the substats. All right. So lifesteal attack percentage only crit damage. So there's only one substat and it's not the highest priority substat, which is speed. So I'm not keeping this. HP, it has speed, so I will keep this. Even though the two subsets are bad, I'll keep it so that I can move it to the next step to roll it. Flat stat is a sell. Attack percentage with no speed, so I will not keep. Speed with no good substats, I will sell. Speed with attack, so it's a main stat, so it's not a damage dealer piece. It's not a support piece, so I will sell. Defense with crit rate, no speed, I will sell. Flat stat is a sell. Attack percentage with speed, defense. So the defense is not matching, but I'll keep it just for the speed. This is a flat stat, flat stat. So this was what I got earlier in my farm session. So this is a defense percentage put. It has speed, it has accuracy. So it has two of the three priority subsets. So I kept it. So this will be like a tanky piece. So that's why I kept it. I rolled it and I kept it. So out of this 10, how many do I sell? 13. I only kept 3. So 2. So let's roll it. So if it misses the speed, I will sell it. Okay, it missed, so I will sell it. So this has, again, only one good roll. So I'll roll to see if it hits speed. If it doesn't hit speed, I will sell. Okay, it rolled speed. It has to roll speed again. Okay. So I'm gonna just fast forward the run speed again. If not, I will sell it. It's taking quite a while. Okay, triple speed. That's good. So this will be a keep. All right, so those are just how I sell for new gear. So, oh, this boot is not rolled. Okay, so this is a HP percentage boot. It has speed, so I'll roll to see if it hits speed. If it doesn't hit speed, I will sell it. Okay, so it didn't hit speed. I will sell it. Okay, so those are how I go over new boots. All right, so I'll just show some example of some boots that I have, like some speed boots. So this speed, it has accuracy roll. That's why I kept it. Even though the other rolls are not that good, but accuracy is just very valuable to have on speed boots. Here, this is a HP percentage, so this is like a tanky speed boots for like supports that have no need for accuracy. This is a speed boots with defense, crit damage. So this is a kind of a hybrid. So it's mainly the defense with HP. So this will probably be a tanky boots, but this is honestly not a good boot for my account level. But I still kept it just in case I need it. But honestly, I think I can sell this boots since it's not very good for my account anymore. Crit rate. So this boot had crit rate on it, and then it was decent. I rolled into defense and then I got crit damage. So this is a decent damage dealer piece for like a defensive champion. It has crit rate, crit damage, and then main stat percentage. So that's why I kept it. So this boot here, speed boot damage dealer piece with crit rate, main stat, attack percentage, and accuracy. So that's why I kept it. I rolled pretty decently, and it has all three priority subsets, so I kept it. This one here, speed with a crit rate and double main stat defense. I missed the resistance, so that's why I kept it. This Fury set speed with double crit damage. It has crit rate, crit damage, and HP percentage, so that's why I kept it. So this broken piece right here, speed, accuracy, double attack. So this is not that good of a piece, but it has the crit rate. It's not good because it's in a day set, but it's a broken piece, so it has like double attack, crit rate. When I got it, it had attack accuracy, attack crit rate. So the main priority subset. So that's why I kept it, rolled it, and I already have it at 6 star, 45. So I'm keeping at least one. So this one is accuracy crit rate, so I'm keeping it. Shield set, speed boots, HP percentage, crit rate, accuracy. So this has 3 out of 4 priority subset. It rolled into 2 of them, so that's why I kept it. This had is a speed boot with, so this is a mixture of sets. So this is the subset itself is not very good, honestly, but I'm keeping it just to have at least one 6-star speed boot on a relentless set. So the other 2 are 5-star, so I'm just keeping at least one 6-star. So this is just at least one. Yeah, so all these are just at least ones. Then some stalwart, crit rate, crit damage. So this is not a very good piece, but I'm keeping. Uh, so this one is double crit rate, crit damage. So I kept it. So this one is not a good piece. So I will sell this one. Yep. So this one has damage dealer stats, crit rate, crit damage, attack, crit rate, crit damage. That's why it's being kept. This one here, it's a tanky piece, speed, defense, accurate, HP, and defense. Initially, it had yeah, it had 3 main stats, so 3 of the one I wanted, and it didn't roll attack, so that's why I kept it. All right, and just one more perception, speed, so crit rate, crit damage, defense. So 3 of the damage dealing main stat, so that's why I kept it. All right, so those are the speed boots. I guess I'll just go over the attack percentage boots example. Crit rate, crit damage, speed, speed, crit damage, speed, crit rate, speed, crit rate, speed, speed, crit rate, speed, crit rate, crit damage, sorry, speed, double speed, speed, speed. So almost all my attack boots should always have speed. So this one doesn't have speed. One example where it doesn't have speed. This doesn't have speed. This has speed, and this has speed. So this two did not have speed because I kept it because it's a 6-star boots in a cruel set. So it's a good set. But yeah, a good set, matching set, attack percentage, and it's a 6-star. So even though it didn't have speed, I kept it just in case I need it. Speed, speed. So those are just some example of my speed boots. Sorry, attack percentage boots. Let's see like some HP percentage boots. Speed, crit rate, triple speed that I rolled earlier. So this is like I mentioned in shield set, you want HP, you want the 6-star HP percentage. So even though the subset is not that good, you should have like some 6-star pieces just to equip it on a shield champion. So this one, accuracy, no speed, but it has double accuracy. Speed, yeah, speed crit rate, double speed, yeah, speed, accuracy. All right. Yeah, so those are just some examples of the boots that I have on my account. So next, I'll continue my series on making the artifact management series. I'll go over the top row. Yeah, so thank you for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series. Let me know if you would like to have anything that I miss on my videos. I can add them in my future videos. And yeah, let me know if it's helpful to you. Thank you. Bye bye.